Hello and welcome to another Fermanagh Model and EC show. In the house tonight we have Steph.
Just hands.
And we have Mark.
Evening, jazz hands, Marmy.
It's all right, Mark wouldn't know what that is. He's not educated enough.
No. You may educate him sometimes, Steph, or not.
You haven't done
Please.
the thespian part. I said thespian before you get any ideas.
I never said a thing.
No, but the look on your face, your little eyebrows went. "Nee."
Anyway, what we're going to be doing is carrying on with our builds from Thursday night, and I will go and speak to Mark.
Knew he'd make me first. Just one moment. I shall be with you presently. Just please bear with me. Just a few dots of this stuff. There we go.
Bear with Paula.
Aha. Evening, all. This evening, I shall be mostly carrying on with my typhoon.
Right, Gary.
I see it's going to be one of those shows tonight. Yep.
Right.
What I'm going to be doing
This evening, I mostly be getting on with my Junkers 88.
I'll be doing a rally car for the landlady. She wants it for top of a cake. So that's what I will be doing this evening.
We failed miserably.
Yes, I did feel miserable.
No, Blee. Not
Blee.
Bull.
Okay, I feel
Tonight,
bad.
we mostly be.
What?
He's too young to remember the Fast Show, isn't he, Mark?
He is.
I mainly be drinking Becks.
Right. Don't know what that is.
Let's bring Dave in.
Dave.
So, Dave, what mostly be you doing tonight?
I'd mostly be painting X-Wings and drinking beer tonight. Y-Wings even.
Oh, see, Gary, that's how easy it is. And he's only just come in.
Are they being horrible to you again, Gary?
Oh, of course we
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are, Dave. Picking on me again.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, all
And
I
me.
can... Meet.
I mean, sorry.
I can see it's going to be one of those shows tonight.
I know, if you're feeling a bit hurt, Gary, I think you really should buy a Land Rover. I honestly think that.
Dave, too late.
Dave, I cannot comment on what I bought.
Oh, really? I'm a bit behind, am I?
Oh, we've got to show this. We've got to show this. Look at him squirm. Look at him get, squirming or what?
Now, in my defence...
Oh, here we go. In my defence, it's like a stuck record with the big shoulders as well.
Yeah, but you see them there, Steph? Now, do you take a look at them there, Steph? Take a look at them big broad shoulders.
That excuse didn't work for Hitler.
No.
Oh.
It didn't work for Goring either.
No.
Oh, no. I don't know, we might get kicked off.
That's what I was about to say. You were going to be kicked off YouTube now.
We didn't keep talking about him.
All right. In my defence, Dave, right?
Your Honour.
In my defence, Your Honour, right?
In my defence, Julie, Get it right.
Right. In my defence, Julie, I sort of blew 2 months' budget into 1 month, Dave. How about that?
No, that's some going. Because
What'd you get, Gary?
I
You
spoke to
don't
you
want to know.
and you'd already blown a month.
Yeah. But the way I'm looking at it is, I'm trying to keep the economy going, trying to keep the postman in a job. You know, I'm trying to keep the whole thing circulating.
Yeah, and the divorce lawyers, by the sound of it.
Yep.
Sure, I'm always in the divorce courts. That make no difference to me.
All right.
Married anyway.
No, that was the only good thing. COVID-19 came in.
Oh, thank you. It's the first laugh I've had all day. Thank you.
Seriously, Dave, COVID-19 came in. You know, there was a lifesaver there in that one. Anyway, we shall move on and carry on with our bills, folks. Because I can see a frying pan coming through that door any second.
Yeah, it'll either be a frying pan or an egg.
Oh,
No, I'd say a frying pan. It'll be just.
All right, so you've got over your fears of eggs then.
I'm not too bad on them now at the moment. No, definitely not. These big broad shoulders are starting to carry me over them.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, change the record again.
Oh, things I
You
do,
got it.
Dave, to get myself into trouble.
Oh, no. Worth it, though, isn't it?
Oh, you're dead right. It was worth it.
The sacrifices he goes through just for the sake of us.
Yeah. And I make a lot of sacrifices on a daily basis. From the other hand, Dave, it'll keep the postman busy for a couple of days.
Yeah, well, he's not going to die of inactivity, put it that way.
Do you know what he said to Judy this morning?
What's that?
Was Gary sick for 3 weeks there? He hadn't ordered anything.
We're just wondering because the Royal Mail share price has dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
in other news, Royal Mail share prices have plummeted.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Well, that'll be Gary's epitaph.
Yeah, please forward my kits on too. Cloud9.
So, what's everybody working on then?
Winding up Gary.
Yeah.
Well, that's a long-term project by the sound of things.
Project ongoing.
Yeah, the group effort. Gary, what are you working on?
I am working on a rally car for the landlady. She wants to put it on top of a cake.
Oh, okay.
But it has to be done for Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
No pressure then, Gary.
Oh, no. Oh, but you see, I'm used to being under pressure. Under pressure.
Very good, Gary.
See that? Did you not like my singing stuff?
No, sorry, I thought it was a cat next door.
Oh.
When you tell me you're going to do that, I'm just going to hold my coffee then.
Well, I
I see,
suppose
Mark.
I was ripping the bejesus out of Gary has cheered Dave up.
Yeah.
See, you are useful, Gary. Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not.
Oh, I don't know. Some people.
I just sit back and laugh at it. Mark,
What?
have you finished doing your bungee act?
Yep.
Good lad.
Oh, do you feel seasick, Mary?
Yeah. Oh, for.
Take it. You all right, Gary?
Oh, it's Mr. Bungee cord himself. You have to lie for him.
So, how's the typhoon coming on, Mark?
All right, mate.
Yeah, good.
Structurally getting there now on the internal gun bays.
Oh, cool.
So the gun mounts going in. Well, they've just gone in on that side. Got this side to do, which will take me to the bottom of the page, and then it's a weapons installation.
So it's going to be one of those. You sort of kind of found it with the F-18. You think it's not getting anywhere, and then all of a sudden, in the space of a couple of days, you get, or a week or so, it really starts coming together.
Yeah. Coming together.
Sorry, go. What is it, Mark? Guns in, guns out, guns in, guns out.
Yeah, test fit, test fit, test fit.
Why do you want to see my guns, boys? Is that what you're on about?
No, we're all right, thanks.
Sure, no. I thought you were talking about my guns there.
Sun's out, guns out.
Or is it in Gary's case, sun's out, bums out? All the nice boys love a grunt.
That rhymes as well, Mark.
I know.
Don't listen to him, Gary.
As if he would anyway, Dave.
True.
You have to give the children their time to play.
Yeah, you've had yours, Gary. It's our turn now.
Oh dear.
Yeah, oh dear.
Mark. Gary's got to behave because he's hosting the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Gary, lads.
Well, that was an evil laugh, Mark.
Sorry?
That was an evil laugh, Mark.
So what beers are we on with tonight, Dave?
I got some. There's a Colchester brewery at a deal at 10% off. So I thought I'd try some of theirs.
All right.
Because they've won quite several awards. So I thought, best airbrush cleaner, 1990. Yeah, but then it turned up and you order you order 10 and then you get the discount, and obviously they deliver it for nothing, but
yeah,
they put in some of the I'm not a great fan. They do these flavored beers. They do this coffee and vanilla porter. And it's just like, and I said to the bloke on the phone, he said, "Oh, I said, "Well, this is what I like. I like IPAs. I like ruby beers." And he said, "What don't you like?" So I'm not really in the flavour. Oh, okay. And of course, what's he done? He's put 2 of those in the box, and I'm like, so I basically I rung him up, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, next time the van's in the area, we'll drop off some different ones for you." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks for that." Because I don't get all this flavoured beer rubbish.
No.
There we go.
There's a little microbrewery up our way called Fernando's,
All right.
And a friend of mine had his stag do there.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Ouch.
Oh, was it? And they did the same thing at Vanilla Bitter.
Right.
And to be fair, to give it its due, the first 3/4 of a pint was all right, was fine.
Yeah.
But after that, oh my God, it was sickly. It was awful. It was.
Yeah. Yeah. It's as you say. Well, it's like the Billericay Brewery do a chili porter.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh, this isn't bad actually. So about half a pint, I'm like, ah! And it catches up with you.
Going to read a comment here, lads. Oh, sorry, 2 comments. Mark, Mike, evening, man. Thank you, Mark. I like to hear that, man. Man.
Evening, Mark.
Malcolm Chives, good to see you all this afternoon.
Hello, Malcolm.
Evening, Malcolm.
Do you want me? I'll keep an eye on the comments if you want, Gary.
Please. Thank you, Dave.
No worries.
No, I think I can honestly say the worst pint of beer or the worst bottle of beer I've ever had was, and Steph will probably agree with this if he's been there and tried it, the Garlic Farm garlic beer.
Oh, God. That is atrocious stuff.
It is. It's a Goddard's Brew, which is an Isle of Wight brewery, but they stick a clove of garlic in it. Oh my God!
Yeah,
very much so.
I don't. Oh, well, yeah. I tell you the worst brewery for that, and that's Badger. The lady I got given a box set. I felt really bad. One of my students parents gave me for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was what, 5 bottles. I drank 2 of them. The rest of them went down the sink because they were awful. It was just like, because they're all like that. They're all, I don't know, salt and vinegar. Just horrible.
No, I normally like Badger's beers. Thirsty Ferret is a beautiful drop.
I'd say the straight bitters, Thirsty Ferret, the Poacher.
I
like those, but the flavoured ones, oh God.
No, I didn't know they did flavoured, but thanks for the warning to keep away from them.
Yeah, honestly, because as I said, the ones that I dropped, as you said, they had Tangle Foot, they had a bottle of Poachers, and the Ruby beer as well, and I quite like that. But the others, God no. Yes. Sorry, Julie Owens is saying, good evening, Mark. Good evening, Steph. Good evening, Dave. Hope you're all well this evening. We're fine, Julie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julie. Yeah. Hope you're well. Them sausage rolls looked absolutely gorgeous.
Get off your knees, you groveliers. Talk about groveling.
Julie, I couldn't. Julie, I couldn't help noticing in the photo of you the other day, the windows look like they need a clean.
Dave?
Yeah, don't they? They look a bit grotty.
Yeah.
Dave?
Get your manservant on them, Julie.
Hello, Gary.
Thanks, boys. Just,
Anytime, Gary. Glad we could help.
Please call again, lads,
You insist again.
You'll warm me when you do that. Yeah. Because I'm not eating anything.
Did it go down the wrong way, Dave?
Yeah, because I'm not eating anything. I have to do the Heimlich manoeuvre on myself.
Yeah. Heimlich manoeuvre for Mr. Oliver, please.
Oh dear. So no, but So the neighbours were having another super spreader event yesterday.
Dave,
Yeah. Hello, Gary.
now if you want to, I can call round and have a word with them if you want to. You know what I mean?
In the nicest possible way, Gary, I wouldn't wish that on them. Thank you.
You know, we can use certain sticks, you know what I mean, and we can bait them out of it for you. You see, there's no point asking them other two. They wouldn't understand that sort of rule. You see, you have to come to the man to sort that out.
I like it. Do you see? Who was it? Rob Tonks posted up his next Airfix. He's doing a Bedford truck in RAF colours.
All right.
And one of the guys said, "Oh yeah, that's for all our Bill cream and champagne."
Oh yeah. Mark.
Either that, or it was for the armourer's vehicle.
Oh yeah. Do you think we should explain to Gary what we used to do in the Air Force?
It'd only make him jealous and envious.
Yeah, true, it would.
Right, I've grew a beard there all of a sudden. Chili, bring me down my razor there. Need a shave. Do what you boys done. Just a minute, guys. You are jealous of their grunts.
Why? Living in a ditch for weeks on end? You've got to be joking.
Think of all the air conditioning we had.
That's not air conditioning.
That's a gas attack.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Right enough after a couple of days. Compo, yes, it can be a gas attack. Staff?
Gary?
I bought that book at £20. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Thank you for that.
For what? What? The fact that I bought one at 10 quid?
You're not bitching and sick and bitter and twisted about it, are you, Gary? Surely not.
Oh, yes, he
Would
is.
I? Oh, you're dead right, I am.
Don't call me Would I, plastic nose.
What book was that?
Do you know the one about building the dioramas, Dave?
Oh, the Shep Payne one?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, cool. Yeah, got it right here.
I bought one on an auction for £7.10.
Right.
And Gary, because it was so late, ended up spending 20 quid on one.
Judas.
Gary,
what
it's my fault. You've got the speed of a stunned cod.
You boys are forgetting one thing here.
Oh, God.
I sort of have to do my buying underneath the radar at the moment.
You have now.
So, anyway, how are you guys doing? What have you been up to lately? Oh, Gary's gone very quiet, hasn't he?
May I say at this juncture how much more peaceful it is?
Oh, God, isn't it ever? You don't have this stuck record sound or this me in the background, do you?
No, it's it builds for a much more relaxing atmosphere.
Oh, Gary, I wouldn't do that live on camera.
Oh, sorry. Shit. Thanks. Oh, I get my caught out, dude. Oh,
That's it. Naughty shit.
behave.
No, you're the one who's not behaving.
Or I will have to measure you up for concrete bricks. Sorry, not concrete bricks, you know what I mean, but can you swim? Staff?
Yeah, really well.
You can? That's good to know.
fucking brave. I'll give him that.
Is he? Yeah.
I don't have.
One of the things they taught us in the Air Force was when you go to defuse a bomb, if you don't know how to make a bomb, how can you defuse one?
This
Is that not true, Mark?
It is. It is indeed.
There you go, Gary.
You've got to know what you're dealing with.
Exactly. If you don't know what you're dealing with, you can't be dealing with it.
Oh, don't make me laugh, boys. I think I know exactly what I'm dealing with. But then I am a good fella.
Okay.
One thing they taught us when we were doing our infantry training: make sure lads you fight.
You mean you were trained?
Excuse me?
You mean you were trained?
Of course, we were trained.
What, to jump through hoops, play car horns?
No. How to be a fighting machine.
Fighting something.
You know, I mean, we don't have a great battle cry, Flockaballa for nothing.
What was that, Tickabilla?
Flockaballa.
Sounds like what's his name from Twilight. Didn't he fuck a Bella?
No. Oh. It basically means we clear the way, and believe you me, we would just go through used pair of boys, just with our eyes closed.
Who's the we, Gary?
Oh, you don't. That's. Oh, let me see now. Oh, I like that challenge. Challenge accepted.
What challenge was that? I never challenged you. I just asked you a question.
I have a big army behind me, Steph.
You got a big behind you, mean?
It's called your arse.
Yes, I know it's called me arse. I'd look pretty strange without one.
Thing is, though, all we've got to do is step you, Gary, because you'll be coming so fast you won't be able to change direction.
Oh, I'd be fit to change direction.
Only if you get another object that will bounce you. What is it, Mark Newton's third law? Every action has an opposite and equal reaction.
Yeah.
Martin's who law?
And he says he wasn't trained. Oh, okay.
Martin's who law?
Is he related to Zulu, Mark?
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't chuck bloody spears at me.
He never actually said that, Mark.
I know he didn't.
But he did.
Thousands of them.
He did say, "Don't point that bloody spear at me." In what film?
Zulu.
Nope.
Oh, The Man Who Would Be King?
Correct.
That's a good film, that.
The what?
The Man Who Would Be King.
Sean Connery.
Never.
That'll be the one. You've never seen it, Gary?
Oh, Gary, got to watch this excellent film.
It's a really good film. You like your historical stuff, don't you?
Oh, I love my historic films.
Yeah, then that would be well worth your watch, mate.
Michael Caine and Sean Connery.
Yep.
Oh, two good actors.
Mm. I like the football match.
Yeah.
Escape to victory.
No, the yeah. Now there's a film.
Oh yes.
was on the other day as well. Go on, Dave. Tell them about the football match.
No, with the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him that. Yeah. Now, watch. It's a really good film, Gary. Well worth a watch.
I must do now. But I feel a wee bit of John Wayne coming on tonight.
Used to say we were at school, we had John Wayne toilet paper. Rough, tough,
and took no crap off of anybody.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to burst your bubble there.
No, you're right, you're right. We weren't the only ones, obviously.
What was the stuff you could get over in the shops? Izal. Oh my
God. Tracing paper, in other words. Oh God.
Yeah.
That's what we used to use that for at school.
Slip sliding away.
Move on up. Oh dear. Yeah, my granny used to. Oh God. Was it?
On the top of the toilet. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
On top of the toilet system with the little knitted dolly over it.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Next to the Vosine shampoo, more commonly known. God. Yeah, more commonly known by its trade name of napalm.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Staff,
Gary,
run the show for 5 minutes for me, will you?
Yep, you okay?
Aye, give me 5 minutes, just please.
Yep, not a problem.
He's just having an Izal moment.
Yep, one up, one down.
All out, 2 exits, no waiting.
Oh God! Oh, ow! Ow! Brings back painful memories.
Yeah, it wasn't the most effective stuff in the world.
No, I mean, no, it's all right. Just. So, have you had a look through that book yet, Gary? Steph, sorry.
No, I haven't got it yet. I'm just waiting for it to come through.
Oh, of course, yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's all 3 of his modelling books are the ones I have beside my modelling bench.
Cool.
Because I mean, yeah, they were published early 70s, and I still think they're some of the best books out there.
Nice.
Excuse me. Excuse I, pardon I.
I've got 4 people watching. Those of you that are watching, if you want to make a comment or anything, please give us a shout. Say hello. Let us know what's in your bench, what's in your bench, what's on your bench, and what's in your belly.
Tonight I have mostly been eating Chinese chicken.
I love Chinese chicken.
Ooh.
Try and drill the ends out.
Seasick.
Blimey. Whoops.
Oh, nice pajama bottoms, Gary. Did anybody else see those?
No.
You mean Dave?
No, Gary's pajama bottoms.
No.
I think his ears are back in now as well, so he heard my comment.
And what is wrong with my pajama bottoms?
Well, I'll let everybody else be the judge of that.
Have they got Winnie the Pooh on?
There you are. There's my lovely pajama bottoms.
I was going to say there's Spider-Man, but I was close.
Not far off.
My son bought them for me last year for
You
Christmas.
got the wear out of them.
He was good to daddy. Man, he's going to be getting out of me at the end of the month. Oh, boys.
What's that, Gary?
He turns 18 now at the end of the month. Oh, yeah.
You're going to break him?
No, he's already broke daddy.
Yeah. What kit are you going to buy?
A 2017 Golf GTA.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And who's going to build that?
The garage, hopefully.
Oh, you're buying him one, are you?
It's already bought.
Oh, nice.
There's no HP or nothing on it now. I just paid for it outright. I think Daddy's getting soft in his old age. Going to read a comment. I marvel at your PJs, Gary, and that's from Malcolm. Thank you, Malcolm.
And there's another one. Julian says, evening chaps.
Sorry, didn't see that one. Sorry,
Round-
Julian.
Let's round of applause. Dave's back.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry, someone called me and it doesn't like it. Gets jealous.
What took you?
Dave, you should have said there, I'm on a very important conference call at the moment. Can I phone you back? Going to have to speak to Julie extremely nicely tonight.
Oh, good Lord, what do you want now?
He's after the bloody kit.
You wouldn't believe it. I'm not.
No, I wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't believe it.
No, I sort of have to stay off eBay at the moment because I sort of blew my budget there yesterday and the day.
Oh,
on next week's.
Can we have that in writing, Gary?
No, you can't have things like that in writing just in case I say something I like.
It's more of a statement of intent.
Yes.
I might just stay off. Dave?
Me?
You know when we go over there, you know we're going to get absolute shit from Julie, don't you?
Yeah, I think we're going to probably get presented with an invoice.
Oh no, that's not going to happen because there's nobody like Steph and Mark. Do you know what she said to me the other day, folks? And this is going to make you really laugh. She turns around and she says to me, "What age is Steph and Mark?" And I says, "Oh, they must be in their 50s. You know what she turned around and said to me?
What?
They look younger than you. Cheeky madam.
Do you know
they look
tomorrow I'm going to die a happy man.
They look younger than you. That's some statement to come out with.
Sure,
Only I'm not married.
And she's perfectly right as well.
Why is it I'm sitting here humming "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" by Elton John?
Oh. Now you've put it in my head. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm sure we can think of worms for you, Gary.
Oh, don't worry. Revenge will be sweet.
Any
I was going to say, Steph, I did a very bad thing the other day.
Well, you didn't mention Land Rover to Gary, did you?
No, well, apart from that, no. I had to go on an Oculus Rift VR headset.
Oh, no.
Yep.
You want one now, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's on my wish list.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might have to, if I'm a very good boy and smile very sweetly at Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, and it would have to be Christmas and birthday, and then some, I think.
Yeah, but Dave, you're single.
Sorry?
You don't have to. You're single.
Oh, no, I still have to. I've got money to put away. Well, I've got a tax bill to pay.
Yeah. Dave?
Hello?
Do you want to read those 3 comments that have just come in?
I'm not sure I do. All right. Okay. Comments. Malcolm Childs, on my bench is an F4U course. Don't be so rude. Paperwork and jelly babies. In my belly are noodles, chicken and cake. Malcolm, I marvel at your PJs. Gary, Julie and Gary Davis. Evening chat. Evening, Julie. Julie Owens, he's grounded. Julie and Gary Davis. 80 shout out. Yep. Okay. Malcolm, evening, Julie and Gary Davies. Malcolm, Dave, you could play that model making video game using your Oculus. I could.
Oh, yes.
There we go. I'll buy it. I've sold. Julie and Gary Davies. Hi, Malcolm. There we go.
Have you played that model simulator yet?
I haven't. No. I've got
demos on Steam.
Sorry?
I've got demos on Steam.
Okay. No, I don't know. Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer making the real thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, something like that is ideal for people who've got less dexterity, who can't make models.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
PC.
Yeah. I think there was a friend of ours in America, and the poor bloke had a where he had a heart bypass, and shortly afterwards he had a stroke, and he couldn't. He basically, he said it's almost like I didn't feel any pain or anything like that, but I just basically, lost movement, and that's what he did for a while.
Yeah.
Did like 3D modeling and stuff like that.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a Land Rover coming out on it soon.
The L word.
Oh,
Can
that's right.
anybody see the steam coming out of his ears yet?
He's wild because he can't build a Land Rover.
Things I do for people. But then I'm getting a big kebab tonight, so it's always the right side to things.
Gosh. One of these days. Whoops. Did you not meet up for your fry up this morning, Gary?
I'm still in quarantine.
Oh, of course. Sorry. Yeah. How long you got left, Gary?
I have another week to go.
All right.
In hours, minutes, and seconds.
Right.
Time I come out of quarantine, I will be spent a lot of money. Sort of have to treat yourself, Dave. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly. Yep. On a daily basis.
Yes.
Oh, Julie's saying something, aren't
What has she said now?
No, she hasn't said anything. Julian, hi Malcolm. Julian, what are you building, Gary?
I am building a rally car for the landlady. She came up today, gave me that, and she says, could you have that done by Tuesday? Not a problem.
What kind of rally car is it, Gary?
Yeah, it's a touring car she has. It's going top of a birthday cake she's making for somebody. And her cakes are, yes. Oh, sorry.
I hope nobody tries to eat it.
And to see the box that she makes, and all them wee sweet buns. Oh, Gary, stop it now. You're only teasing yourself now.
Is that for half rent, is it, Gary?
Yeah. No, well, I have to admit now, they have been very good to me and Julie this week. So I told her I wouldn't charge anything for it.
Cool.
Two lovely people.
Oh, good.
Call every day to see do we need anything.
Glue, paint.
Land Rovers.
Yeah.
More Land Rovers.
Oh, nearly forgot food. Oh yeah.
What's that? Hey, don't breathe.
Yeah.
Anything you need? Well, I'm running out of XF2.
I have to say, all these people around here where we live have been excellent.
It's always good.
You'd know you're actually in a rural community.
Good. Good.
Even the poor postman was looking to see was okay.
Oh yeah, he's only worried about his job.
Yeah.
I have the postman coming. I have my crystals, parcel force, DPD coming. That's only a couple of career outfits just coming here this week. That's all I can think of by hand, anyway.
Well, if you think of any more, I'm sure you'll let us know.
Oh, well, don't worry.
Yeah. That's the Ehrlichens done. Sorry.
I was going to say that'd be impressive.
Yeah.
Comes on it.
I know.
Wouldn't want to get in front of those bad boys.
No.
Oh, Gary says you give him setting off my virtual diabetes, Gary. He's always talking about Kate.
I do try.
We know you're very fine.
Julian, wait till Amazon drones land.
Gary had ordered something just to watch them land.
Well, that'd be a good bit of air rifle practice, wouldn't it?
What do you, no, Dave, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
No. Well, they've been doing that for years, haven't they? Those Amazon, or developing them for years. Those Amazon drones.
Yeah.
I've cancelled the Breakfast Club because COVID's too bad.
It's a shame.
But there's always a bright side. The bright side is Julie can make it for me now on the Saturday morning instead.
Does she agree with that, or
She doesn't know yet.
She knows now.
Probably not.
Have to admit, she stood there for about 3 hours today cooking homemade stuff. Oh, yes. And I sort of had to taste them as soon as she made them, make sure they're up to standard, you know.
So how many actually made it off the baking tray?
Quite a few.
Not freaking many.
Oh no, Julie Owens. Ha. No, she doesn't. I made him sausage rolls.
Petal, you did say you'd do anything for me, didn't you? Well, there you are.
Oh. Ooh. Oh boy, oh boy.
I have a funny feeling the whole lot of us will be soon in lockdown, never mind us over here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Won't be long.
They're introducing one in Newcastle, aren't they?
Yeah, believe so.
Well, I found out the school I work at, the piano teacher is in the room next to me. He's got it. I mean, they're basically doing the best they can, but it's going to happen, you know. But so everyone's doing this Christmas build, are they? 24-hour, 72-hour build or whatever?
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
Why?
No, I'm just curious.
No.
Oh, Mark, why? Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah. Why?
Because I'm not. Sorry, Mr. Hicks, did you say something there?
No, I did not indeed. I was clearing my lung there.
Sorry, Mark is clearing his iron lung out.
Suppose, yeah, couldn't really do a 72-hour 124 scale build, could you?
No.
No. 72 years possible, especially if it's this one. Whew.
That'd be, yeah, a bit of a tall order. Did he say was it you saying that you've got the Wildcat coming?
No, I've got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I've got it in my stash. That one I'm not looking forward to because the amount of bloody PE that comes with it is unreal.
Does it actually come with a kit?
I'll rephrase it. It didn't come with it. Obviously, it's aftermarket, but the amount, because I got it all as one.
I see. Oh, okay. Right.
All the masks, all the resin,
right.
Resin undercarriage, resin wheels, metal undercarriage. The cockpit is PE. There's PE for the instrumentation.
Right.
Underneath the flaps, if you're having the flaps extended or movable.
Right.
Brass hinges for the wing fold mechanisms.
Oh, can you have them so they go up and down, or
you can't actually?
Oh, okay.
Move them on the hinge, but you can take the wings. You can take out and
change them over. Right. Oh, okay.
So they don't actually move in situ. You've actually got to remove it and then do it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not. Oh, not subject that really interests me, but it's a lovely looking kit.
Mm.
So is it someone just bought that and bought everything for it and then decided they weren't going to do it?
Yeah.
Right.
Result.
Basically, it was about 180 quid's worth, and I got it for a ton.
Cool. I'm going to say, yeah, because the kit alone's 100, isn't it?
It was about 120 from what I last saw.
Good lord. The only time I ever had anything like that happen, well, there's a fella at my model club was clearing out his loft, and he had the Revel 172nd scale U-boat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, he said, what do you want? I said, 20 quid. He said, 20 quid. I'm like, all right, 20 quid and I'll buy you a drink. How about that? And he's like, yeah, fine. So
cool.
Got it home, opened up. It's got all the white ensign photo etch for it as well. Yeah, and that's about 40 quid on his own. Yeah, Julian Gary Davis saying, yeah, you need metal legs for all 124. I'd say, yeah. I'm beginning to think that I might need to get some for that F18. It's looking a bit pigeon-toed at the moment because of the weight of the thing.
Yeah.
I would, Mark. If you haven't got them, have you got the metal legs yet, Mark?
Not for this, but I have for the Hellcat.
Okay. The Typhoon one, get them from Strategic.
Mm-hmm.
Strategic Air, they do good sets.
Yeah.
I got the Mozzie ones from there as well.
Yeah.
Was it you saying? Because I've heard with the Mosquito, it's you've got to do it basically.
Yeah.
You
can't use the other ones.
That's a good thing. A lot of the larger trumpeter kits, that the undercarriage legs are plastic, but they've got a metal insert that goes in the middle of them.
All right, cool.
You know, which works. The MiG-23, I did have that.
Yeah, that 132nd Phantom, Tamiya Phantom I did. That was the same metal inserts and oleo, but you had the outer case was plastic that just went around it.
Yeah.
So you still had the strength, but
so one of the cleverest bits of kit design I've seen is the Tamiya HE 117 Owl Night Fighter, and the cockpit is made out. It's like a die-cast metal cockpit molding, because there's no room to put a nose weight in it. So the cockpit molding is the nose weight, which I thought was a good idea. It's a lovely kit as well. I've got one to do in my stash.
Must be nice to have a stash.
Cue tumbleweed.
Chili won't let me have a stash.
Julian Gary Davis said I had an old 148 Wildcat. You were able to fold the wings until I painted it. Wasn't the old Frog one, was it? Because they did a lot of things like you could, supposedly the undercarriage would fold up and stuff like that, or snap off.
I think if I talk nicely to Julie, she would let me have a stash.
No.
That's shut down right away.
Just don't want you to get your hopes up, Gary.
I know. Julie, what I want for Christmas is a complete stash of model kits.
I want, don't get.
That 1/16 scale half track.
Well, I'll let you know what I get when we have our club meet Christmas Day out. Shopping.
I was at the Cat and Crad, Gary.
No, it's the American half track.
Oh, okay.
I seen it yesterday on eBay.
Right, gents, at that juncture in time, I shall leave Gary alone and I shall depart.
Oh, see you later. Bye.
I'll be on tomorrow, so I'll give Gary some more grief then.
Cool.
Oh, seriously, I need a shield. Julie, bring me down my razor there quickly.
All right, here we go. Julian Gary Davis. That was a Revel. Okay. Julian Gary Davis, stash or credit card, Gary. See you later. See you later.
Right, Mark.
Gosh.
It looks like a nice kit, though.
Is it Dragon makes that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon, yeah.
Can it be motorized?
Yes, it can. Yeah.
That size petrol, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. The Cat and Crad, they do a load of them, don't they? They do a really. I nearly said the L word. They do a really nice Jeep.
Don't you worry. I've already seen the Jeep.
I was going to say, you're way ahead of me, Gary. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm being so nice to Julie this weather. I went out and cut the grass. She asked me to cut the grass today. I went out, cut the grass and everything for her.
Oh, that was another thing. Yeah, looking out those windows that are rather dirty. I thought the hedge was looking a bit overgrown.
The hedge has already been cut today too. You see, I was extremely good today. Half tracks £2.50.
£2.50. That's not.
£250.
Ouch.
That's how I got my Tamiya bending pliers. I went on the model shop website and had them up for someone had put the decimal point in the wrong place.
No.
So I got them for £2.50. So I put a post up on Brick Modeler. They obviously realised something was up when they sold about 10 pairs of bending pliers in the space of 15 minutes. Yeah.
They even do a Cuba wagon, 1/16 scale.
Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of guys do dioramas with those vehicles and the figures.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Now that is large scale modelling.
Yeah, they did one. It was like the rail gun.
Oh, good lord!
Yeah, with all the vehicles, you know, a couple of Cuba wagons and.
I seen that one.
Sorry, Gary. You say?
I seen that one there up on Facebook there about a week ago.
Yeah, but they all work in the film industry, so they all, you know just how to photograph them and stuff like that.
Because some of them figures they have, they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. Yeah, my mate said when he went to Japan, there was a shop and that's all they sold were the dragon figures and vehicle. You know, that was it. It was I think the price of all collectibles has gone up over the lockdown.
Yeah.
Look at the prices some of the Action Man stuff's going for.
Even the Strike Force stuff, remember, it was sort of like the cheaper version of Action Man.
Yeah.
Even some of their prices have rocketed.
Yeah. Well, that's because the Action Man stuff's so expensive. It's like the next best thing, isn't it?
I have a few of those items up at the moment on eBay myself.
There was it bloke had, he was saying deep sea divers, he'd deep sea diver suit, Action Man, and he paid £600 for it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's super rare because obviously he said the problem, you put it in the bath and the canvas just rots. Yeah, this was boxed original.
If it's boxed, the more the dearer it is.
Yeah, boxed, and it still had the stars on the side because that's the bane of every Action Man collector's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the record I saw on that page was the cricketer's uniform from the sport because I only made it for a year. £900.
Strike Force lorry in box. What do you think it is, Dave?
£50, £60.
It's not even looking at it.
200.
Yeah, on the nose.
Blimey.
Yeah. It's like that other stuff there too. You remember it was like a couple of years ago, Her Majesty's Armed Forces figures.
Oh yeah.
Go and take a look at them on eBay at the moment. You couldn't buy them.
Well, I mean, even again, because it's getting the 40th anniversary Action Men are getting collectible now.
Yeah.
The one I saw went for 120 quid. That's 3 times what they were when they were brand new. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they were saying about, I had one when I was a kid and it was a bit rubbish, but I had the Action Man fire engine and they reckon they'd go for an absolute fortune because didn't sell very well and they didn't make very many of them. So another Julian Gary Davis. I remember getting the Action Man astronaut and space capsule. Wow. Yeah, I had the talking Action Man astronaut with the backpack. So, is that the one that had the stickers on the back of his backpack, Gary? So you could put them on Julian, sorry. So you could put them on, stick them to the wall. Because my friend did that. He stuck it on the little, the little. You used to have you have a little window above the door to let the sun in. He stuck his Action Man on there, and his mum came through with a tray full of tea and biscuits, and it fell off. She threw this tray up in the air.
Do you collect stuff like that, Steph?
No, I don't. But I wish I'd kept my Scorpion and helicopter.
Yep. Yeah.
I have the helicopter and the Scorpion and the Scout gear.
Better have your sandpit ready when we come over next year, Gary.
They're the ones that my grandmother bought me.
Right.
And they never get out. They just sit in the box.
Right.
But they're worth
Baker foil suit, yeah, that's another valuable one, Gary, because the suit cracks. I remember mine did when I was a kid, and the foil comes off. So things like that, all the diver suits are worth a fortune because there's hardly any of them left.
You can't sell that sort of stuff because too many good memories with it.
Yeah, exactly. You got them on display, Gary, or just keep them?
I have 2 on display. The rest of it's all boxed up.
Yeah.
I can still remember getting it on a Christmas morning. I can still remember running downstairs to get it. And I've still got the box belonging to the helicopter as well.
Nice.
So one of the beneficiaries was saying, having the same conversation. He said, "Oh yeah, I got the Scorpion tank for one Christmas, but the cat stuck in it. Got stuck in it. We had to cut it out."
No.
Yeah, so broken by Boxing Day.
I'll tell you what, I still have 2. Couple of the He-Man vehicles.
Good heavens, they're probably worth a lot as well.
They are, because I was watching them on eBay as well. Some of that stuff is horrendous.
Yeah.
And all the comics that my grandmother bought me and my annuals are all in sleeves.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds like somebody was a little bit anal about that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wish I'd done the same. I mean,
Yep.
As I said, I got bits of old Action Man collection, but yeah.
I think we've all got
Sorry, Steph.
So I just said, I think we've all got bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Julian Gary Davis saying, yeah, rubber suits perished yet. Julian Gary Davis, yeah, the rack and pinion that turned the blades, yeah, for the helicopter, yeah.
Yeah.
But have you got the Action Man duvet cover, Gary? That's what I've got.
No.
Yeah, with all of those.
there's a young cub in Lisbon. He has. You want to see his attic with Action Man on vehicles on the salt course. Remember the salt course they had for Action Man?
Oh yeah.
He has it. Plus, he's all the original boxes as well for every single one of them.
Wow.
Tell you what, I saw the other day is a Space 1999 fan page, and Martin Landau, you know, played the commander.
Yep.
Passed away, didn't he? And his collection, because they reckon that all the toy companies, when they produced a figure of him, gave him a figure as a sort of gesture of goodwill. And the guy said it's just all this Space 1999 stuff, amazing stuff he had there. And he kind of got into collecting as well. So of course a lot of it's autographed and stuff like that. But yeah.
That's, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but that's a bit narcissistic, isn't it? Autographing your own collection.
Well, it's always going to be worth something for a while.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was worth a fortune.
It'll still be worth a fortune now.
You go even take a look at that vintage Star Wars stuff.
Oh,
That's crazy money. You know what I mean? That is absolutely crazy money. It's like the Action Force stuff. Do you remember them?
Mm-hmm.
An Action Force tank is £95. In box £300.
Good Lord. There were so yeah, was it well, I remember my cousin had one. They did a Yoda, and it was a vinyl cape. Yeah. But they would break where the holes were for the arms. It would break, and so they didn't make it for very long. And the next one had like a cloth cape, and that's worth. As I said, my cousin had one, and that's worth God knows how much money.
That will be.
There was. Do you see that? There's that American program, Toy Hunter, and they were up in. Some guys, this bloke had passed away, and his widow, you know, he's obviously a collector stroke hoarder, this bloke, and his widow sort of, and a lot of it was a bit water damaged, but they came across this one figure, and his mate, obviously they've been doing it for so long, he just said his mate didn't say anything, and the other bloke goes, what have you spotted? And he said this, and he pulls out this Star Wars figure, and it was from a figure from the cartoon series Droids. And it was a baddie. It was only in 2 episodes, and they only sold the figure in North America, and he sold it to a collector for $17,000.
Jesus, how much did he buy it from her for?
I don't know, not that much. I think probably gave her about 12, 13, but literally took it home and then just basically rung the bloke up, and the bloke was there that same afternoon, you know. So yeah. Flip $4,000 for the sake of not even an afternoon's work.
All right, so he gave her a decent whack for it.
Yeah, well, I think he seemed like a pretty, or he would say, you know, like, because it was the same program. He was looking for going to some toy fair, and he was looking for a centerpiece for his display, and this guy in you turned up with a James Bond briefcase.
All right.
And I remember those from when I was a kid. It had there was like a dagger concealed in the side of it, and a gun, and there was a lot to it. And this is the problem, because a lot of finding a complete one is really difficult. A lot of them, there'd be 1 or 2 bits missing. Yeah. And he basically, this Star Wars figure paid for that. That was £18,000. $18,000, sorry. But yeah, he said it's the first time he'd ever seen a complete one. So yeah. Nice to have that kind of money, wouldn't it?
Oh God, yeah.
I used to laugh at my grandmother when she says there's someday they could be worth money. You know, when
Yeah.
you're a child, you're going, yeah, right, Granny. You know,
Yeah, of course. You don't know anything. These will never be worth anything.
yeah.
Of course, it's worth looking on the Action Man Club. Someone posted up a scan of the Argos catalogue from 1978. The toy section, and I can remember poring over that probably around this time, 42 years ago, you know.
Gary wasn't even born then, were you, Gary?
76. My poor grandmother used to blackmail me too. If I done very well at school, she used to buy me an Action Force figure every week.
Nice.
So I used to be good at school just to get the Action Force figure.
That's all the motivation you needed, was
Yeah.
There you go, Julie.
Sorry, Steph.
So there you go, Julie. Motivate him. If he does a job a week, he gets to spend some money.
That could be a very bad deal, Lawton. It's a true old saying. You know you're through friends when the chips are down. Do you know that?
Quick, Dave, run. He's going to have
Dave, go and get me a carton of milk, mate, will you?
I get it. I get it.
Gary, that would be the most expensive carton of milk you ever had.
Yeah.
Yes, by the time I'd finished carting it over to you.
Yeah.
God, that was bad. That was bad even for me. Yeah.
Gary's bottle will have gone.
What was that, Steph?
Gary's bottle will have gone.
We just skimmed past that one. We're milking it for all it's worth.
Oh, yeah. Let me just cream that off the top.
Fat chance. Anyway, moving on.
Quick comment here. Julie Mary Davis says the first generation Star Wars figures are a fortune.
Yeah, sorry, Gary. I saw that. Yeah, they are. The crazy thing was because the studio thought that Star Wars wasn't going to make any money, they gave George Lucas the rights to all the figures because they thought they were going to make a loss. So he'd be responsible for it. But yeah, how wrong they were.
I didn't realise it was as big, you know, people collecting stuff like that as it is.
Especially in the States and playing Japan, it's the toy fair in Japan is a major, major undertaking.
Sure, it's like that G.I. Joe figures. They're making a mint at the moment too.
Yeah.
There's a few. They did like a Japanese infantryman, and they molded a different head, to make it look Oriental. They molded a different head, and I think it wasn't available over here, but that didn't sell very well. So again, that's worth an absolute fortune.
Yeah.
There's a company called, is it Grey Wolf or something? They make modern Action Man uniforms.
Yeah.
They're quite not cheap, but they're very good.
I think it's like I don't get these people who keep on to same model kits were from the 80s. You know, like the old Airfix stuff. I don't get why people keep on to them and not make them.
Well, it's just some people. Well, told you the story, didn't we? It was the first year we had a Models for Heroes table at Telford, and there's a bloke sniffing around the table, and one of the guys goes, can I help you? And he said, oh, yeah, I want to buy these. And we're like, sorry, they're not for sale. And he had a stropsy wopsy and went and told the organisers.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling us that. It's like, really?
But then we had another bloke, the same thing, came up, was looking around, and he was really good because he went through it all. Just to let you know, that's what there was some stuff there that you wouldn't give a second glance to. But that was obviously this is the thing. He knew what he was looking for, and he goes, "Oh yeah, these are that's very rare. This is this and that." So it's like we had a load of stuff donated, and there was Warhammer figure. Just looked to me like it was something. I think it was only cast for a competition or something, and sold it at auction for £200.
Wow,
just the one figure.
That's big money.
Yeah, well, as I said, I got there's one I've got where I went to the Games Workshop Games Day about 10 years ago, and it was they only cast the figure for the show. It wasn't commercially available, and that goes for quite a bit of money as well.
You see, I blame a certain woman sitting up there in the living room. I know she's watching the show, right? Will not let me sell a lot of my Land Rovers. You see, Dave, the way I was thinking about that as well, Steph, was right. I sell my Land Rovers, I get more Land Rover kits. But no, I'm not allowed to sell any.
I did notice something the other day, Gary. I think the lounge could do with a lick of paint.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, right. You right. Don't be putting ideas into her head, please. Thank you.
Not a problem, Gary. Anytime.
I know she's looking the hall done. She's looking our room done, and she's looking the bathroom done.
There you go. Yeah, but the thing is, Gary, you turn around and say, "Okay, yes, I will do them, darling. But what kits can I get?"
Can you see that actually working, stuff? Because I can't.
Well, all you can do is ask.
I get a frame pan on the back of the head.
Sorry, Gary. Maybe years ago, one of my students was on. He was on one of the BBC talent programs, so I went along, and the kind of warm up act, as it were, it was really funny. He goes, "Because that was my wife's birthday the other week." He said, "Yeah, I really spoiled her. I bought her a new bag, a new belt. The Hoover works lovely now."
You know what you can do, Gary?
What's that, Steph?
Just do a bad job.
But then I'm going to have to pay for somebody to come in and do it properly on the top of it. Nah.
Yeah, but you say to it, if you'd have let me buy those kits, I'd have done a brilliant job.
Good idea, that, actually.
I'm waiting for my phone to buzz. Stop giving me bloody ideas.
No, she has. Mark Mac coming out next year to do the front of the house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Paint it too.
I'm going to put this technique to the test again. We say if you want to spray yellow, you spray a pink base coat, apparently. See if this works.
What pink are you using, Dave?
I'm going to mix some up. Just Tamiya white and a bit of Tamiya red, I think. Just got to be like a salmon pink. You know, not.
What is it they say, Dave? Always put the light colour in first?
Sorry, Steph?
What is it they say? Always put the light colour in first?
Yes. Yeah. I suppose it doesn't matter so much because these are lacquer acrylics. They'll mix quite. I think it's interesting. I haven't used my Tamiya paint. Yeah, I'm kind of going back to using my Tamiya paints because I think that they're just the whites, especially. I think the lacquer works very. You know, the problem with everyone else is problem is with a Games Workshop white. So I'm not going to waste my money on them anymore because they just dry out. And again, the life colour ones are a bit runny. These, but the Tamiya and the yellow as well. It's got a nice bit of thickness to it.
Yeah.
So you think I should buy an Oculus Rift, do you, Steph?
I didn't say that.
No, let me ask that again.
If I had the money, oh God, yes, tomorrow.
Sorry?
If I had the money, tomorrow.
Well, my mate said he was playing Star Wars Squadrons with it. He's had a couple of beers. He said he's getting motion sickness.
What are you talking about? Because I am lost.
You wouldn't understand, mate.
You not in a virtual reality, Gary?
I've heard of it, but I wouldn't know much about it, to be honest with you, Dave.
It's when you play computer games, it's a headset you put on. So when you move your head around, it's like your view changes.
Okay.
But it's not cheap, to say the least.
Yeah. What is it? Couple of comments there, if you don't mind. Oh, Malcolm says, what's Julie working on? And Julian says, I try to avoid decorating. Oh, yeah.
So do I, Julian. So do I.
Unless Julian has something to say. Right, I'm going to run silent, run deep for a few minutes. I've got some drilling to do.
No problem, Steph.
I'm going to say, I'm going to be doing some spray, and if this spray booth is too noisy, let me know, Gary. It was okay the other night, but...
I actually had to buy myself a new desk today, or yesterday.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sort of outgrowing the one I'm in.
What's that, Gary?
I've outgrew the one I'm working on at the moment.
Really?
Yeah. I've just never been big into computer games.
No, to be honest with you, Gary, I have a rule that I do then model making, some drum practice, then the computer. Then I can play computer games. You know, because if I don't do that, you turn it on at the start of the day, it's fatal. You won't get anything else done.
Yeah, because my brother, he'll sit up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning playing it. I don't get that.
Well, I think the problem is you just lose track of time.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He's desperate on it. He is really, really bad on it.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't see the attraction of it.
Well, I think, I mean, at its best, I think it's like a form of escape, you know?
Yeah.
But all I'd say is, when you do the model making, you've got something to show for it, you know?
He plays them football games and
Right.
them shooting games, as I call them.
Yeah.
It was like when my cub got bad marks at school, and it was it was because of the PlayStation.
Right. Yeah.
And I did warn him, if he didn't do good at school, Daddy was going to break it.
Uh-huh.
He thought Daddy was joking. Daddy just went upstairs, opened the top window, and threw it out through the window.
Uh-huh.
End of PlayStation.
See, Gary's saying he's time to work, but yeah, same here. We've done it on here, haven't we, Gary? We sat in before you know it, 2 hours is over with, you know? But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, there was a kid I taught, and he used to play Call of Duty, and he was like at one point, you know, he was on like 50th in the world or something. But his mum said the problem is he was like 14-year-old kid. He was like an old man. He had a bad back. His hands were starting to play up because he just, you know, his posture was really bad, hunched over this PlayStation for hours on end, you know. So he was a sensible lad. He just got bored of it in the end. He gave it up himself, you know.
Well, my cub wasn't going to give it up, so
You gave it up for him.
I gave it up for him.
Yeah, good for you.
He didn't think Daddy was serious. Daddy just went upstairs, opened the window, and out it went. Menu was called everything underneath the sun.
That is excellent.
As he often said it to me he said, Daddy was the best thing you ever done.
Good. That's good to hear.
Because there is kids that just do nothing but sit there, play old games, you know.
Yeah.
If you did set them down a model kit, I bet you any money they couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, as I said, it's something I'll only turn the computer on when everything else has been done. There we go, one very pink looking Y-wing. If he's on a wind-up, I'm going to kill him.
I think it's just like everything else in life. They just have to learn. Sometimes they just cannot get things their own way too.
Yeah.
Because I know when we were younger, if we done anything wrong, the Sally rod would have been brought out.
Oh yes.
And boys, it wasn't really, you wouldn't believe it, mummy or daddy I was scared of. It was my grandmother, Granny.
Right.
Oh, boys, when she shouted jump, you said, hey, Granny. It was as simple as that. And whatever was put down on your table, date, you ate it.
Yep.
I think that's what's wrong sometimes, a wee bit of discipline.
Well, tell you what, when I was in America, and I never really gave it much thought till I come back, and I was chatting to one of the teachers, and she'd gone over as she was in a different part of America when I was over there. But I said, oh, how was it? She said, oh, it was a nice holiday. She said, but the kids were so badly behaved. And the moment she said that, I'm thinking there was when we were at the National Naval Air Museum. They had a Curtis Jenny biplane there from 1915, 16, and it's the last one left. Yeah, there's no others. This is the original one. And there was a kid like drum banging on the wing of this thing. Yeah. And my mate Ian goes up to his mum and dad and said, oh, can you stop him doing that, please? And they're like, oh, why is that? He said, why? He said, this is the only what, if this gets damaged, they can't just go and buy another one. That's it, And he said they still didn't. You could see they're still looking at him. They still didn't quite get it. He's like, marvelous,
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary, go for it.
A couple of comments here quickly. Julianne Gary Davis, have you seen the money they can win at gaming tournaments? No, I haven't, Julian. Yeah. Julie Owens replied back to Malcolm, not working on anything at the moment, made homemade sausage rolls and pancakes. Yes, I know you did. I've heard of a pink base is good for yellow. And Malcolm, I'm off, boys. I've got a 10-year-old hopped up on sherbet and chocolate icing to put to bed. See you at 9, Gary. Yeah, Malcolm, see you at 9, mate. Dave, we'll not see you at 9 then.
No, mate, no, I'm not going to lie. Might see me at 2. Depends how strong this beer is. Yeah. No.
I haven't had a drink now in 17 years.
Oh, good for you, Gary. Good for you, mate.
What I done there was every time I used to go out of a Friday, Saturday night, whatever I drunk, I'll put it into a wee bank account for the club.
Right.
So he gets a few pound now when he turns 18, and he gets the rest when he's 21.
Sure. A good idea.
Yeah. I used to drink maybe...
Sorry, Gary. Sorry.
I used to drink maybe 150 to 200 pound a night.
Oof. Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh,
aye. Gary.
Without one bit of bother. Oh, I was heavy on the drink. Years ago, I was a heavy drinker. When I was in the army, I was a heavy drinker.
Oh, I was when I was in the Air Force.
Do you see that post someone put up on the Models for Heroes officers mess? Got a picture of a bunch of soldiers going out for going for a 5-mile run. So the fittest bunch of alcoholics I ever met.
Yep. Yeah, we were.
Here you go. This was my day in the Air Force. This was during the week. This was back in the 80s. Get up, shit, shower, shave, go to work. Lunchtime comes. If we could get across to the mess, we'd get across to the mess, have some food in the mess, then go for a bevy at lunchtime in the Malcolm Club. This was in Germany. Then work the rest of the afternoon, finish about 4:30. Into the mess, scoff, round the Mallee, couple of bevies. Back to the block, 3 S's, out for about 6:30, 7. And then that will be us until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And we do that every single working day. At the weekends, if you're unlucky, you would be driving. Because what we'll do, had a long weekend, we've got a map of BAOI, we chuck a dart in it. Wherever the dart landed, we went. So we chuck cases of beer in the car, food from the mess, tents, and clear off and spend the weekend drunk in some random German village. And I did that solidly for 18 months. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have a night off the beer. And I couldn't sleep. And it scared the bejesus out of me. So I stopped drinking for 6 months. Everybody thought I'd got a dose. Because I was drinking orange juice all the time. But it's easy to get in that rut.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did the same. I played in Holland over Christmas. I was there for a month when I was like about 28, 29.
Oh.
And I remember getting back, and at that point, I really, I'd go months without a drink. It just didn't cross my mind. And I remember getting back 2 days after New Year's, and I remember sitting at home thinking, oh, I fancy a beer. Thinking, I really fancy a beer, and it was a bit frightening, realising how easy you could quite easily, without even realising it.
Mm. And it's so quick that it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we used to do, say, a 6-month post over here in Northern Ireland, that means basically, we got very little drink. Maybe if you've got maybe a 2-week out of one of the BBs.
Sure.
But you see, when we went back, say, to the mainland, non-stop drinking. I seen us non-stop drinking for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
3 weeks, totally and utterly on the lash. And I mean, hands and knees jobs, fighting, getting lifted by the RPs, you know what I mean? It was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I've got a healthy respect for for booze.
Oh yeah.
No, I've lost for it. Well, really sad. I got a mate of mine. Brilliant percussionist. If I ever do session work with him, he's a one take. He'll go in. He's just a one take wonder. Yeah, everything he does. I'm there for hours. He's just, in and off he goes.
Yeah,
and the problem is that he started doing a lot of percussion gigs. Well, it wasn't just the booze; it was drugs as well. But he would only do gigs where he knew he could get, where he could get drunk. And next thing you know, he's lost his license, and so obviously he's getting lifted gigs, so he's even worse. And the real sad thing is that when I was out, when I was a little older than him, when I was sort of my late 20s, early 30s, I was out networking, playing with different bands and stuff like that. He was just doing the gigs, like doing the sort of DJ gigs where he knew he could get drink and he'd get drugs and stuff like that. And the problem is he's now in his like late 30s and he's not, I still get phone calls from bands I played with 15, 20 years ago. And where he hasn't a day, it's just a real shame, because he is a really good musician, but he lost about 10 years just doing dead end gigs, It's a shame.
That is a real shame.
Yeah. There was through Ely saying you're nearly an alcoholic on that job. The amount of booze we used to take.
Okay.
You go down to Glenaffy, 50p nearly a pint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a bit of wonder you're going to get lashed to the tank.
well as it, James Skiffin said he volunteered at the Chelsea pensioners. Yeah. Stumbled out of there about 9 in the evening. I can't remember how much their bar is, but that's about the same.
It won't be that expensive at all, those guys.
No. Nine minutes left of the show, folks. We have, yeah, you wouldn't believe it. There's nearly 2 hours away.
Mm.
Oh.
Are you on the morning, Steph?
I will try to jump on.
Yeah.
Right, give me a shout when you're ready to end the show. I'm just going quiet for a sec.
No problem.
Oh, look out, Dave. Gary's flogging a dead horse.
Oh, things I have to put up with.
Oh, no.
Knowing my luck, I'll probably sleep in tomorrow morning like I did last Sunday.
Never catch me doing. Oh, hold on a minute.
Oh.
I remember I did it. I think the first thing you did, I set my alarm. Yeah, and I'm like, I opened and I thought, nope, this isn't going to happen. Nice idea, but no. No.
For some strange reason, last Sunday I slept in.
Did you?
Yeah, Julie says, you know what it is, 9:15. I go, what? Cutting me? Yeah, it is.
Good.
Oh, so there's a quick mug of coffee and then on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll not be doing it this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll try and get on tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, so that's dead on, Dave. Thank you very much.
That's it.
The time doesn't belong going when you have a bit of fun, bit of crack. You know what I mean? The hours just fly by at this hobby.
Yeah.
That's because I'm hoping I'll have Big Davy McEhannon coming on with us.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And I'm talking at the moment with Clive as well. Uh-huh. And possibly when I speak to Noel, I might get Noel to come on as well. You know what I mean?
Cool.
You know, that because I know it's going to be a long, long winter for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's just to get the lads something to think about too, you know, not to be sitting at home. Because, on the 25th, clocks go back, that, you know.
Yeah.
Then you're really into the dark nights early, you know what I mean?
There's a Facebook page I'm on called Leave No Man Behind. Are you on there, Gary?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, going to say, and some of the blokes, I think, you know, as a civvy, I don't know, but you know, it's a lot of the ex-servicemen are, the winter's not a good time because obviously you're limited to go, and especially with this lockdown business, but
it's, I was speaking to Clive this morning. Clive went in again. Another man I can't thank enough. He went in there and got me the prescription. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And we were just talking about that there this morning. That you know, it's going to be a long winter, and the boys will be glad of the show. You know, even just showing them how to do a bit of more modelling and stuff like that. There, you know, they're all looking forward to it. You know, so they're starting to come on a wee bit. You know what I mean? They're taking their time a wee bit more. You know, they're not rushing it.
Sure.
I think some of the guys thought you had to build it just like within a week. You know, no, it's. As I said to them, it's about taking your time, looking at your seam line, stuff like that, you know. But they are enjoying it.
Good. No, good to know. Well, again, I'm a firm believer in you build a model how you want to build it, but I learnt my lesson when I was a kid. The longer you took on something, the better it would come out, you know?
Yeah.
Because I had no patience when I was a kid. And
I don't think any of us that had any patience, you know.
No,
you wanted to build it.
You're right, Gary. Yeah, I remember the guys at my model club saying, "Oh, you know," I remember the bloke who built ships, and I've been working on this for 3 months. I'm like, "What?" You know?
Yeah, and you get a half track, and you want to be there and then within 5 minutes.
Oh, that's it. Finished in time for Doctor Who. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It had to be done there and then. And you got the figures, and you just dipped them into the oil or into the paint, and that was it.
Oh, paint. Cool. That was pretty advanced, Gary. Oh,
yeah. Well, it wasn't like nicely painted. It was all slapped on paint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you thought it was fantastic. Because I've often wondered where I would get that 135 American half track. It's not easy got. I've been searching but I will get it. It's one that my grandmother got me, and I'd always love to do that kit again.
Yeah, it's good actually. I mean, they're cool. I did the Matchbox LRDG diorama about 2 years ago. You know the one I showed you?
Yeah.
And I remember, I think that was, I remember making that. It must have been like 9 or 10, and loved every minute of it. And I was almost, part of me was a little reluctant to do it, because I thought if it's no good, it'll break. You know, I just got fond memories of it. And I'm happy to say it's an excellent kit. You know, it was great fun doing it.
Because I've seen that kit you were saying about Monty's wagon by Masterbox or Matchbox.
Yes, yeah, Matchbox, yeah.
Yeah, seen it on eBay. £17, I think it was.
Okay, mate.
Because I did see the LRDG one.
Yeah.
Told staff about it, went back to look for it, gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was kicking myself I didn't buy it there and then on the spot.
Put an alert on eBay, Gary. Yeah.
Oh, don't you worry. I have a lot of alerts on eBay.
You're way ahead of me.
If you're going to bed, what's your phone dinging about night now from Battle? No, don't worry about it. It's a Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, there was but I was surprised when this one was given to me as a guy at my model club. And he had two. Well, that's why I got the idea, because he built one, and I said to him, I said, God, that brings back memories. He's like, well, I've got a spare one at home that he had from when he was a kid, because he got bought two for a birthday. So the only thing, he used some of the barrels out of it, but that was it. But yeah, it was great fun. I loved every minute of it.
Going to read a comment here before we end the show. Julie, Gary Davis, the RAF knew what tents were. Well, Julian, I doubt that. Staff, would you like to end the show, mate? Please.
Okay, give me a sec.
Thank you, mate. So, folks, that is us for tonight. We will see you tomorrow from 2 to 5. If you would all like to say good night.
Good night.
Good night, folks, and thank you all so much for tuning in. All 5 of you, so thank you so much.
See you later.